Hello everyone, welcome to all of you. So guys, please confirm first of all audio video are clear or not. Please confirm. If you can hear me, then do reply in the comment box that audio and video both are clear. Yes, it is clear. Alright, so here as in this series we are going to start with the engineering mathematics previous year questions. As you know that this is a very important series for your upcoming GATE exam because all the GATE questions you need to revise before appearing into the next or actual GATE exam. So that's why this series is important for all branches of students. I am going to cover here in this series engineering mathematics question year wise. So in today's session we will talk about the 2023 questions of engineering mathematics, and first of all I will cover the branch wise, right? So first of all we are having one branch, then another, and then another. So we will go with the branch wise analysis and detailed solution of each and every GATE 2023 question. Alright guys, so let's start here with this one. So this is a very important series, you should not miss each and every session of this one upcoming. Alright, so right now we are here 2023, then 22, 21, 20, 19 and 18. So last 6 year questions. As we know that if you are preparing for the GATE exam, you already covered the concept, you already revised, you already know the concept, you already revise your notes, but this is the time when you need to revise the GATE questions also. So that's why here we are with the approach of GATE questions. So let's start with the questions. So the format will be just like the previous one which we discussed earlier also, that here also we will talk about the questions. First of all the question will come in front of you bachcho, and I will give you some time, you will try the question and then I will go for the next question. Okay, so let's start with the branch. So first of all I just take here the branch EC. So we are having here first of all the EC branch. Okay, EC 2023 1 mark question. So in front of you this is the question. I hope the question is visible to you, right? Okay, so let's start to read the question. So what is the question given to you? Let V1 is equals to 120 and V2 is equals to 2132 column matrices are given to you as a two vectors. The value of the coefficient alpha in the expression V1 is equals to alpha V2 plus E, which minimize the length of the error vector E1. So here this is E, not E1 actually, or you can write down this as a E1 also, so it does not make any difference. So E1, so we need to find out the length of this error vector, length. Okay, length means first of all I need to find out the vector, and then for that vector I will find out the length. Okay, length is called the norm also. So that we need to find out here, and options are given to us. So dear students, you will try and then we will have a detailed discussion on this question. So everyone should try this question. I will give you time. I think in 2 minutes you can approach the question. Everybody should go for it. Everyone should go with this question. Yes, so if you are trying the question and if you get the result, you should reply in the comment box that what is your result. Yes, dear students. So here let's deal with the question. This question is from linear algebra. If I will talk about the weightage, this is of the 1 mark question. Let vector v1 is 1 2 0 and another vector v2 2 1 0 be two vectors. The value of the coefficient alpha in the expression v1 is equals to alpha v2 plus e, which minimize the length of the error vector. So first of all we need to find out here the vector, and then for what that vector we will find out the length or the norm, and then we will go with the minimization, means derivative of that one. So let's approach with the solution here. If I will talk about the solution, so here the vector is given to me already. So we are having v1 is equals to alpha v2 plus e. v1 is equals to alpha v2 plus e is given to you. v1 is given and v2 is given. So we will directly write down from here. E. So if I will go with e, which is v1 minus alpha v2. Value of v1 we are having already, which is 1 2 0. This is 1 2 0 plus alpha will be as it is. Value of v2 is 2 1 3. When I will approach this one, I need to multiply and I will have the vector. So I will multiply with alpha and then I will add. So I will have the vector. So I can write down this as a 1 2 0, and this will be nothing but 2 alpha and 3 alpha. When I will solve this one, so this is negative value. When I will solve this one, because we are finding here e is nothing but v1 minus alpha v2. So when I will approach this one, so I can write down the value of e, which is 1 minus 2 alpha, next is 2 minus alpha, and the next is minus 3 alpha, means 0 minus 3 alpha. So this is minus 3 alpha. So this is my vector e, which is required. You can write down this as in form of vector also, which is 1 minus 2 alpha I cap plus 2 minus alpha j cap plus minus 3 alpha k cap. So this is my vector. For this vector I need to find out the norm, means length. If suppose we are having a vector x, and for a normal vector x is a norm is nothing but x1 square plus x2 square plus x3 square. This is called the norm or the length. Here I need to find out the norm or the length for this one. So I will go with the norm or the length of this e vector. So which will be nothing but square root of, this will work as an x1, this is x2, this is x3. So this will be 1 minus 2 alpha whole square plus 2 minus alpha whole square plus minus 3 alpha whole square. When I will open, we can just open it and solve it. So when I will open, I will get the result as 14 alpha square. You can open just like a minus b whole square, and this is 9 alpha square only. So when you will open, we will get 14 alpha square minus 8 alpha plus 5. This is the value of the vector or the length of the vector. So directly you can write down this also, or you can say this as a norm also. Okay, so this is the vector. We need to find out the minimum value. When I will come to the question again, just read the thing what they are asking. They are asking about the minimization. So when I will come to the minimization, so what I can do, I can just assume this as an L or L dash. Let me assume this as an L or L dash. For that I need to find out the minimum value. Minimize means derivative I need to find out here. So what I will do, I will go with this one with respect to alpha. So I will find out dl dash by d alpha. Okay, for this one. So for better understanding, what we can do now, we can go with the square and we can remove the square root. So now very easily we can find out the derivative. So that's why I just doing squaring both the sides. So here this will be 14 to 28 alpha minus 8. Okay, and this, as we know very well how to find out the minima or maxima, we need to find out the first order derivative. We need to put that first order derivative equals to 0, and from that we will have the point. So this is the same process. I am finding first order derivative. Here I am having alpha. So with respect to alpha, I will put it equals to 0. When I will put it equals to 0, it is giving me equals to 8. So value of alpha is 8 by 28. Now as we are having options, but in the option it is written as in the another form. So you can write down as 4 by 14 or 2 by 7 directly. So it is nothing but 4 by 14, or you can write down this as a 2 by 7. This will be the value of alpha. This will be the required value of alpha, which I can see in option C for Chennai, 2 by 7. So very easily we can approach it. Alright. Yeah, so I can see reply from the Aryadeep, which is the most important chapter for GET EC. EC, it's not like that important. If I will talk about the important overall, so according to the weightage, linear algebra is one of them, second is calculus, and third is probability. So these three topics or these three chapters I can consider as in one of the most, means three of the most important out of the available 6 or 7 topics in your syllabus. So these are having high weightage. If I will talk about the last previous year questions, last 30-year analysis, if I will do for specifically pattern, so I can see most frequent questions has been asked from these 3 chapters. Alright, so now let's come for this question. Next question, I hope this is simple. Very easily we got the question. Now let's approach with the next question. So again we are having question from 2023 EC. The question is the rate of increase of a scalar field fx, y, z. A scalar function is given to you in the direction v212 at a point 0, 2, 1 is. So this is the question from vector calculus. So everybody just try this one and then we will have a detailed discussion how to approach it. Everyone should try. If you are there, you are hearing the question, you are listening the question, you are watching this video, you should reply in the comment box what is your result according to you. Yes, I want to see reply from everyone. Whether it is right or wrong, it does not make any difference, guys. But if you will reply, that is the important thing. You attempted the question. This is the main thing. So you should try the question and you should tell me what is your reply. So rate of the increase it is asking. Had you tried, बच्चों? Let's approach it. If I will talk about this question is from EC 2023. 1 mark question is there, and the topic which is from this question is vector calculus. So let's talk about the question. The rate of increase of a scalar field function is given to you x, y, z in the direction at a point 0 to 1. So we can see clearly the question is all about the directional derivative. We need to find out here the directional derivative dd with respect to the given function del f dot a vector, or you can write down here a vector by magnitude of a. So a vector we will get from this one. Okay, let's approach it. So here I can see as it is given to me the function f which is xyz. I will find out the gradient of this one, gradient of function f or del f. It will be I del f by del x plus j del f by del y plus k del f by del z. So for finding gradient, we need to find out the first order derivative with respect to x of the given function, with respect to y plus with respect to z. So when I will approach it with respect to x, it will be yz. So I can write down yz I cap. Okay, next is with respect to y, this is xz j cap. With respect to z, this is xy k cap. Okay, xyz we are having this one function. So this is the gradient as the point is given to you. According to this one, the point is 0 to 1. So you can find out the value of this gradient at the point 0, 2 and 1. So when I will put here x is equals to 0, 2 and 1, y is 2 and 1. So it will be 2i plus j, it will be 0j, and when again I will put here 0k, because wherever we are having x, it will be 0. So I can write down my value of the function, gradient of the given function will be 2i cap only. So from here what I need to find out directional derivative. So for finding directional derivative, you can write down here this is the function, but we are not having right now the vector a. So vector a you can write down from here, a vector will be 2i plus j plus 2k, and if you want to find out the magnitude of this one, this will be x square y square z square. So this is 4 plus 1 plus 4. So I will go here with this one. So my function is 2i dot product with 2i plus j plus 2k, which was my a vector, and divided by magnitude. So magnitude is 4 plus 4 plus 1. So this is 9, square root of 9, which we can write down as 3. When I will solve this one, this is I dot I will be there only, otherwise everything will be 0. So you can write down this is 4 by square root of 9, which you can consider as 4 by 3. Look at the option. In the option we are having correct answer as B for Bombay, 4 by 3. So this will be the final answer. Very easily we can approach this question. Alright. Yes, so someone reply with the question not clearly visible. Question is not, I am reading the question for you. If it is slightly light, maybe in the next class I will just make it dark. So if right now it is visible like slightly light, so you can just here I am repeating the question 2 times. Okay, yeah, so this is 4 by 3, shabash. Clear everyone? So in this way we can solve the question. Let's approach to the next question. Again I am repeating the question for you bacho. So what is the question? Let omega 4 is equals to 16j. Which of the following cannot be a value of omega? 2 e to the power 2 pi I or j by 8. Second, 2 e to the power pi j by 8. 2 e to the power pi j by 8. So this is 5 pi j, and here 9 pi j by 8. Okay. So let's approach it everyone, and this time this is a small question, so very easily you can solve this question within few minutes only. Please everybody just go for it and try. I think it is visible clearly little bit. Okay, visible hai. Vipin is saying it is visible, to visible hai. So please try everyone. Maybe some brightness issue is there, otherwise I think it is visible to me also in my screen also. So please try everyone. A simple question from GATE 2023 EC branch. Again the weightage of the question is 1 mark. So you can see right now I am dealing with the branch wise. So first we are talking about the EC branch, then we will come to the electrical, then CS, mechanical, civil, every branch I will cover here. Okay. So you should not miss this session, as tomorrow session we are having tomorrow session. The timing we just slightly changed, so tomorrow timing will be 5 to 8. Okay, as today is the 9:30 to 8:30, but from tomorrow we are having the timing is 5 to 6. Okay, 5 to 6, not 5 to 8, sorry. 5 to 6. Tomorrow we are having timing from 5 to 6 in evening, and right now we are having timing as 9:30 to 10:30. Okay, everyone, had you tried, bachcho? Please tell me what is your result. According to you, what is the result? Yes. All right, let's approve this question. This is from the complex variable EC 2023 question, 1 mark weightage. So the question is, let omega 4 is equals to 16j or 16 iota. This is the same thing. Which of the following cannot be a value of omega? So first of all, I will write down the thing which is given to me, as I am having here omega 4 is equals to 16j or 16 iota. I can write down. Right, if I will find out the value of omega, it will be 16 iota to the power 1 by 4. 16 power 1 by 4 is nothing but 2, and here we are having iota power 1 by 4. You can write down this as a omega is equals to 2, and this can written as 0 plus iota power 1 by 4. So this is just like a complex function, z is equals to x plus iota y. Right, so where the real part is 0, imaginary part is 1 here. So I know that this is nothing but I can write down directly the value as sin pi by 2. But if I will find out sin pi by 2, it will be tough for me to approach. So rather writing sin pi by 2, I will write down it in a normal form, in a general form. So I can write down this omega is equals to 2 we are having already. It can be written as e to the power I, as we are having here the imaginary part is 1, e to the power I 2n plus 1 pi by 2. When you will open, you will get the result as 1 or iota, which is sin pi by 2 only. So I am writing generalization. Why? Because in the options we are having, we need to put the value of n in the options, and we will check which option is satisfying or not. So here this is my general value. Now here what I will do, I will put here the 1 by 1. Okay, one more thing we can do, we can more simplify this one, as omega is equals to 2 e to the power iota 2n plus 1 pi by 8, because here we are having pi by 2 and this is pi by 4. So this can be written as pi by 8. When I will solve this one, so this will become, okay, let me write down again, this omega is equals to 2 e to the power iota 2n plus 1 pi by 8. Now what I will do, I will put the value of n 1 by 1. Suppose I will put here n is equals to 0. If I will put n is equals to 0, this will become, if I will put n is equals to 0, my omega will become 2 e to the power iota 2 into n is 0 plus 1 and pi by 8. So this will become 2 e to the power iota pi by 8. Can I see this result in the option? Let's have a look. 2 e to the power iota or j pi by 8. Yes, we are having this in the option. I need to find out which is cannot. Okay, false one. So this is so true. Alright, let's put here now. If I will put n is equals to 1, guys. Now just look at here. If I will put n is equals to 1, this will become 2 plus 1, 3 pi by 8. But I cannot see here in the option any value as a 3 pi by 8. So I will not put here n is equals to 1. Rather putting n is equals to 1, I will put here directly n is equals to 2. When I will go with n is equals to 2, this will be 2 e to the power iota 2 2 ja 4 plus 1 5 pi by 8. Yes, do we have this one in the option? Yes, we are having 5 pi by 8 also in the option. So this is also correct. I need to find out not correct. Okay. If I will go with same here, put n is equals to 3. If I will put here 3 to 3 to just 6 plus 1 7. Again I am not having any option as a 7. So that's why I will not put here n is equals to 3. Rather putting n is equals to 3, I will put n is equals to 4. So this will be omega is equals to e to the power 2 e to the power iota 4 2 ja 8 plus 1 9 pi by 8, and this is also we are having in the option D for Delhi 9 pi by 8. So option B, C and D are possible for putting value of n respectively 0, 2 and 4. But I cannot get the option A as any of the value I will put for the n. I cannot get this option, so this is not true. When this is not true, this is my answer. I need to find out the result which is cannot possible. So this is not possible. Your final answer will be, you can write down here, your final answer will be option A. Very easily we can approach this one. All right. Yes, so I can see same thing, same time. No, same time is not possible for us. Yeah, the result is A for Ahmedabad. Shabash. Clear? So very easily we can approach the question. Again, if you know the basics of complex variable, we can approach the questions very, very easily. All right, guys. Okay, now let's come for the next question. So this is a question again from the complex variable. Let's approach it. So the value, this is the question from EC 2023. The value of the contour integral close integration C z plus 2 z square plus 2z plus 2 dz, where the contour C is z plus 1 minus 3 by 2 j is equals to 1 taken in the counterclockwise direction is. So you guys will try question from complex variable. Everyone should try. The question is from complex variable again. Yes, anyone is there with the reply? Had you tried it, bachcho? Let's approach it. So this is the question again from the complex variable. Let's approach it. The weightage of the question is 1 mark. Very easily we can approach this one because this is the complex integration question. All PYQ solved and making playlist of all PYQ. Yes, definitely, Lakshmi. Alright, let's approach the question. Let's read the question. This question is from EC 2023, 1 mark question, and this is from complex variable. The question is talking about the value of the contour integral phi close integration C z plus 2 by z square plus 2z plus 2. The function is given to you dz, where the contour C is given to you as z plus 1 minus 3 by 2 j is equals to 1 taken in the counterclockwise direction. So the normal integration, it is talking about complex integration, and options are mentioned us. So what we will do, first of all, we will write down here the given function. If I will talk about the given function, this is given to you z plus 2 by z square plus 2z plus 2. So we need to find out from here the pole. So this is actually looking like I. we need to find out here the pole. So what I will do, I will solve this denominator. So z square plus 2z plus 2, I will put it equals to 0. When I will just solve it, so I will get the value of z as -1 plus minus iota, because this is nothing but a complex root. It is not possible to get for any real number the roots from this one. So that's why here the roots will be z is equals to -1 plus minus iota when you will solve this one. Okay, so now what we can do, as here one more important thing is given to you, that this is z. The value is z plus 1 minus 3 by 2 j, and it is equals to 1. So actually the radius is equals to 1. If I will talk about the center of this given closed contour, the center will be at -1 and plus 3 by 2. Center are given here at -1 and plus 3 by 2. So what you can write down, as it is mentioned, so you can write down this as -1 and plus. So this will be directly the center. So this is the real and this is on the imaginary axis. So -1 plus 3 by 2 will be the center. If I will talk about the roots here, so the roots will be z is equals to -1 plus iota and z is equals to -1 minus iota. When I will talk about the roots, -1 plus 3 by 2 or 1.5, this is in the imaginary axis. So we can see that here we are having the range. If you want to draw the range, you can see this as very simply. This is your real axis and this is your imaginary axis. Suppose this is 0, this is iota and this is 2 iota. This is -1. Okay, so as I can see, my center is on -1, so this will be -1. And from here it is at 3 iota by 2. So suppose this is the point 3 iota by 2. So this will be my center and the radius is 1. So from here to here the distance is 1. If I want to make the circle, so it looks like this. It looks like this, right? So it will be touching at -1 here, and here I can see this is at -2 and this is at 0. So what I can see, my range for this specific question is 0 to -2. So when it is 0 to -2, okay, when I will talk about -1 minus iota, as minus iota will be here, so this is not possible. This will be lying outside the closed curve. Okay, but if I will talk about -1 plus iota, so this is -1 plus iota, so this will be somehow in lying inside this closed curve. So this you can write down directly that this will be lying outside, this will be lying inside the closed curve and this point will lie outside the closed curve. Okay, so if you can just have the intention of finding the roots which are lying inside, which are lying outside, so we can get it that this will be lying inside, this will be lying outside. So whenever we are having the roots which are few are lying inside and few are lying outside, so we can use one very simple technique. According to that one, we need to go with the ID-on technique. According to this one, the roots which are lying inside will be in the denominator, the roots which are lying outside will be in the numerator. So here what you will do, here you will write down, here we will go with the Cauchy's integral formula directly. So according to the Cauchy's integral formula, this is fz by z minus a dz is equals to 2 pi iota f of a. Okay, so what I will do, I will write down the root which is lying inside, I will consider that in the denominator, and the root which is lying outside, I will consider that in the function z. So now I can write down my given function. So I am repeating my point again here. I will write down my given function, which is you can write down here only, which is z plus 2 by, here we are having, so this is z minus 1 minus iota and z minus 1 plus iota dz. So if I will go with this one, so I am having z minus 1 minus iota, z minus 1 z plus 1 minus iota and z plus 1 plus iota. So we are having these two things here. When I will approach it, I can just write down the very easily from here that which is lying outside. So this is also positive, this is also positive, here only the value change, plus and minus. Okay, so z, if you can see from here, z plus 1 minus iota, z plus 1 plus iota. So we are having these two things, plus 1 and plus iota, plus 1 and minus iota. When I will approach it, I can see that this point is already lying outside. So this will be lying outside. So when this root is lying outside, it will convert in the form of the function. So we can write down the function as togetherly these two. So you can write down here as the given function will be z plus 2 by z plus 1 plus iota, okay, and divided by, we can write down this as in, this will remain in the numerator, minus iota or dz, okay, and here it will equals to 2 pi iota f of a, and here you can write down the value of a is, nothing but minus 1 plus iota. Value of a is nothing but minus 1 plus iota, right? So I will find out the value of the function f of minus 1 plus iota, which is equals to f of a. So in this function I will put value minus 1 plus iota. So once I will go minus 1 plus iota plus 2 divided by minus 1 plus iota plus 1 plus iota. So 1 and 1 will be gone from here. When you will solve, this is 1 plus iota divided by 2 iota. So this will be the value of your f of a, which you can put here. So when I will put here, this is the required value, which we can write down z plus 2 by z plus 1 plus iota divided by z plus 1 minus iota, and dz equals to 2 pi iota into f of a is nothing but 1 plus iota by 2 iota. Iota gone, 2 gone. So hence your result will be pi iota into 1 plus iota, which we can get result. Now let's see which option is satisfying pi iota 1 plus iota. So you can see here as the result is talking about pi iota 1 plus iota. So this will be here. So this must be pi iota 1 plus iota. We are having this option na? No, iota is already gone. So this is only pi. This answer, my answer is option B for Bombay, because iota to I already cancel out na. So I am having only pi 1 plus iota. 2 and 2 iota will be gone. So my result is pi 1 plus iota. Pi 1 plus iota I can see in the option B for Bombay. Very easily we can approach this one. Alright, yeah, very easily we can approach this one. Yes, very good. Now let's come to the next question. Is it stuck? Yes, okay. Now let's come to the next question. Okay, so this is a question from the linear algebra. We can see the question. This is the question from the linear algebra. What is the question given? Let the set of the eigenvalues and eigenvectors of a matrix B be lambda k, where k is lying between 1 to n, and vk. This is the eigenvalue and this is the eigenvector respectively. For any invertible matrix P, the sets of eigenvalues and eigenvectors of the matrix A, where B is equals to P inverse AP respectively are. So I need to find out the eigenvalues and eigenvectors of the matrix A, and eigenvalues and eigenvectors of the matrix B are given to me. Okay, so let's approach it, guys. You will just try this one. I am giving you less time. You will try and then I will tell you. As this is simple, just have a try, dear students. Just have a try, then we will have a detailed discussion on this one. I hope it is visible to you. The only change where we need to go with this is B is equals to P inverse AP. Otherwise everything is clear. Yes, it is visible. Okay. Yes. Let's approach it. So this question is from linear algebra, the basic question from eigenvalues, eigenvector. Let's read the question. The weightage of the question is again 1 mark. So the question is, let the set of the eigenvalues and eigenvectors of the matrix B be lambda k, where k is lying between 1 and n vk, where k is lying between 1 and n respectively. So lambda k is the eigenvalue and vk as an eigenvector mentioned to us. For any invertible matrix means whose inverse is existing. Invertible matrix P, the sets of eigenvalues and eigenvectors of the matrix A, where B is equals to P inverse AP respectively are. So eigenvalues and eigenvector of matrix B is given to you, and eigenvalues and eigenvector of matrix A we need to find out. Let's approach it. So what we will do, as here mentioned to us, we will start from the thing which is given to you. B is equals to P inverse AP. I can find out from here one very simple thing. A is equals to P inverse BP, because as it is mentioned to me that matrix P is invertible matrix, so I can write down from here, from these two things I can write down that both matrix A and B are similar. From here I can conclude that matrix A and B are similar. When A and B are similar, so their eigenvalues will be surely same. So in this case, hence the eigenvalues will be same. So eigenvalue, whatever the eigenvalue of matrix B is given to you, it will be same. So eigenvalues of A and B will be same. Okay, so first of all we can conclude that the eigenvalue will be same. If you will go with the eigenvalue, so eigenvalue should be lambda k. So here I am having lambda k, here also I am having lambda k, and here also I am having lambda k. So A option I can eliminate. Either B, C, D will be, one of them will be my answer. So this is my eigenvalue. Now let's approach to the eigenvector, but eigenvector will be different here. Okay, but having different eigenvectors, or eigenvectors will be different. So from here we can approach the values of eigenvector. Let's find out will be different. So here if I will write down again the matrix A, for matrix A I need to find out the eigenvector. So as we know very well, if I need to find out eigenvector, we are having the Brahmastra rule for finding eigenvector, that is nothing but Ax is equals to lambda x if I need to find out for any matrix A. Okay, so I will use this one. So now I will go with this technique. Let me write down Bx is equals to lambda x. I am assuming I am writing eigenvector for the matrix B. So Bx is equals to lambda x. But the value of B I can get from this equation, which is P inverse AP. So I will put here P inverse AP into x is equals to lambda x. When I will open this one, or I can write down this is P inverse. When I will just open this one, or I can write down from here directly, if I will just send there the P, so it will be APX is equals to lambda PX. APX is equals to nothing but lambda PX. So it is giving me again the sense which I told you right now, bachcho, ki AX is equals to lambda x. When we are writing always for finding eigenvector, AX is equals to lambda x. This x is nothing but the eigenvector na. So eigenvector of the matrix. So from here I can write down that for the matrix A, my eigenvector will be Px. So hence for matrix A, my eigenvector will be what? Hence for matrix A, eigenvector will be Px. So very easily we can understand this thought. Eigenvector will be Px. Okay, as I cannot see here x in the option, so x is what? X is the eigenvector. What I write down here as x is the eigenvector of matrix B. X is the, I assume here x is the eigenvector of matrix B. Okay, B matrix. So what is the actual eigenvector of matrix B? If you will see, the actual eigenvector of matrix B is nothing but Vk. So my resultant matrix, A matrix eigenvector will be P into Vk. So now look at in the options, we are having here Vk. No, this is not. This will be my final answer, which is giving me result C for Chennai, PVK. So here the meaning of PVK, you can very easily understand that P and Vk means the eigenvector of the given matrix B, and which I consider as an eigenvector for the matrix B I just consider as an X. So very easily we can clearly we can mention here that the final answer will be option C here. Okay guys. Yes, welcome everyone. So again I am repeating my point बच्चों की, from tomorrow we are having the class from 5 to 6, the timing will be 5 to 6. Okay, and here we are going with the PYQ series, and PYQ series means all the PYQs, all the previous year questions, especially we are dealing here with the last 6 year questions. Branch wise we will deal with this last 6 year questions of engineering mathematics, which will be very important for all the students. So no matter whatever is your branch, every question will be here for you. Okay guys. Yes, surely. Okay, now so I hope this is clear to everyone how the result is C. Let's come to the next question. This is a 2-mark question. So let's approach, I will approach this question for you directly. This is the simple question. So let me approach the question directly for you. Okay, so what is the question? Okay, this is a good question from the integral calculus, and the weightage of the question is 2 marks. If you want to try, although you need to be very careful by approaching this one. If you want to try, okay, you try, just try, because the students will think, ma'am, you are not giving us sufficient time. You can try the question. You can try the question, the value of the integral. This is the question from the integral calculus. The line integral question I can see along the straight line, the points are mentioned here, and the result, in the result we are having options. So this is a MCQ question of 2 mark. MCQ question of 2 mark. Everyone. Here you need to be a little bit careful by approaching this question, because not directly we can solve this question with this little 2 steps. Means within the smart approach we can solve this question. Yes, everyone, had you tried? Let's approach it. Let's approach the question. So this is a good question from the line integral. Let's approach the question. As this question is from the line integral vector calculus question, if I will talk about the weightage, this is the 2 mark question. So the question is the value of the line integral integration q p to q z square dx plus 3y square dy plus 2xz dz along the straight line joining the points P112 and Q231. Let's approach it. So as it is given to us, the given integration, we can start from this point that the integration line integral value I is given to us. So I is equals to P to Q z square dx plus 3y square dy plus 2xz dz. Here we can approach the question with some smart moves. So what I will do, I will write down my question in a specific manner. P by Q, P to Q it is having already. Z square dx I am having. I will write down if this as an 2xz dz. So what I can say, this is 2. This is 2. what I can see, and this will be 3y square dy. So what it is, if you can understand this one, then your question is done actually. What? Because here if I will do just the differentiation of z square, so the differentiation of z square is what? 2z, right? If you will just open this one, this is nothing but 2z, and for dx this is as it is, okay? Z square, if you can see here, 2z square, differentiation of z square is 2z, and here this is x dx only. So once we are doing here, and x we are writing also. So what we can see now, actually here this is nothing but the differentiation of z square, one x is also there. So you can see, let me read like this the question, if I will go with the differentiation of u into v, when we are putting u as it is and differentiation of v, plus v as it is and differentiation of u. So if I will read the question like this, the u is as it is, differentiation of v, differentiation of x is dx, plus when I will go here with the x is as it is, differentiation of this u. So differentiation of z square is 2z dz. So we are having 2z dz here. So what I can see, I can write down this result as nothing but differentiation of x into z square. So this is nothing but z square into x or x into z square. So this is the differentiation of x square, x into z square. This will work as in u, this will work as in v. When you will open, you will get this thing. Same here, 3y square. So this is nothing but the differentiation of y cube, because when you will open this one, this is nothing but y cube. So differentiation of y cube is 3y square dy. So this we are having here. So from this one and this one, I can see that whenever we are having integration and differentiation togetherly, so we can just omit directly, we can get directly the function. So I will also get here directly the function, okay, and my function is xz square plus y cube. For that, the limit already given to you 112 to 231. So you can see that your limit is from p to q. So this is 112 to 231. So this is 231. Now we can put here the value upper and lower limit. When I will put the upper limit, this is 1 into this I can write down directly. 1 square is 1 into 2 plus y cube is 3 we are having here, to 3 cube. Okay, so this is the first one, minus, if I will go with the lower limit, so this is my x is 1, y is I will put 1 again, z is 2, so this is 2 square and plus 1. So when you will solve this one, what is the result? We can get the result from here. This is 27 plus 2, 29 from here, and minus 4 plus 1, 5. So the final answer will be, we get from here is 24, 24, which we can see again in the option B for Bombay. Very easily we can approach the question. Alright guys, so how easily we are approaching the question, I hope you are getting my point. Very simply we can go with these type of questions. So whenever we are having the questions like this one, very easily, very smartly we can approach the question and we can get the result. Alright, now let's come to the one more question. This is again a good question from the electronics branch, 2-mark question. So this is a 2-mark question from EC. Let's read the question and directly approach it. So yeah, very good. The result is 24. So this time directly I will approach this question for you. Let's read the question. So this is a 2-mark question from electronics branch. Let x be an n cross 1 real column vector with length L, square root of x transpose into x. The trace of the matrix P, which is x into x transpose, is the matrix P. We need to find out the trace of this matrix P, which is made by the x into x transpose, and options are given to us. So first of all, what is given to us? Whatever is given, we will start from that thing only. It is given to us, the length is nothing but square root of x transpose into x, or you can write down this as an square root of x transpose into x. Okay, so I can assume here the vector x, because I need to find out the length first of all, and then I can approach the value. So I need to approach the I need to assume the value of vector x. So I'm assuming, or I'm putting the value of x as this. X is a simple vector, so let me take x as an x1, x2, x3, any column vector, xn. Okay, if you want, then you can write down this as an capital, so there will be no confusion in your mind. Okay, x transpose x, here this is nothing but a column matrix whose order is n cross 1. If I will go with the x transpose of this one, so my x transpose will be like this, x1, x2, x3 and so on, xn. So this is 1 cross n. When I will go with the product x transpose into x, that is my matrix P only, na, which is mentioned to us. So when I will make from here the matrix P, so my matrix P is x transpose into x. X transpose is given to you x1, x2, x3 and so on, xn. Okay, and x we already get from here, which is x1, x2, x3 and so on, xn. So when I will go with the multiplication, this is a n cross 1 matrix, this is a 1 cross n matrix. When I will multiply, I will have a n cross n matrix, a square matrix. So we can write down the value of the matrix P as it will be, first row I will multiply first row with this one, so it will be x1 into x1, x1 square. First with the second column x1, x2, first with the third column x1, x3, first with the last column which is x1, xn. Okay, and here I will go with n cross n. Similarly, second row with the first column, so this is x1, x2 again, or x2, x1. The thing is same, x1, x2 or x2, x1, the thing is same only. And next will be x2 square. Next will be x2, x3. Okay, next and so on, it will be x2, xn. When I will go with the next one, this is x3, x1 or x1, x3, you can write down. Okay, this will be x1, x3, x2, this will be x3 square and so on, x3, xn. And so on, we will going on, and when we will going on up to this one, so my last element will be here xn square. My last element will be here xn square, right? As it is mentioned to me that I need to find out the trace of the matrix. So trace of any matrix is nothing but sum of its principal diagonal elements. If I will look here, so my matrix is like this one. So these are my principal diagonal elements. For this n cross n matrix of P, this will be my principal diagonal element. Here we are having x4 square, x5 square and so on, right? These will be my principal diagonal elements. So you can write down directly here, trace of the given matrix P, trace of the given matrix P will be nothing but sum of all the principal diagonal elements. So it will be x1 square plus x2 square plus x3 square plus x4 square and so on, it will be going up to the xn square, right? So this will be the trace. But what I need to find out, I need to find out the value in the form of L. I can see here in the option it is not mentioned x1 square plus x2 square plus x3 square. So what we can do now, as we know very well, this is nothing but the length L, right? So length L is, if you know, I told you earlier also, so if you know, this is very simple thing, norm or length of any vector is nothing but x1 square plus x2 square plus x3 square and so on. This is called the length of any vector. Okay, here we are having a square here. So what I can do, I can just go with the square. I can remove the square root. So this will be L square is x1 square plus x2 square plus x3 square and so on plus xn square. Xn square. So this is nothing but the L square, right? So you can write down, as we know that the norm or the length of any vector is this one. We can write down the norm in the form of squaring both the side also. So this will be my result, L square is equals to x1 square plus x2 square plus x3 square up to the xn square. And you are asking about the trace of the matrix. So trace is nothing but this one only na. So this is called the trace. So trace is L square, which you can see in option A for Ahmedabad. Very easily we can approach it, guys. So I hope this is clear to everyone. So we are having more questions to go. So in the tomorrow session, again we will continue from the 2023 questions only. So that time we will start from the EC. We are having, I think, one more question from one or two more questions from the EC. Yeah, this is a good question. And then we will go with the electrical branch questions also. So in the tomorrow session, I will start from this question and then we will go with the electrical and the other branches also one by one I will take. Okay guys, so the tomorrow timing for the live session is 5 to 6. So tomorrow we will meet at 5 o'clock. Okay guys, chalo, bye bye, take care all of you, thank you.